When you were growing up, what did you learn about debt?
Should you save for your funeral? What would you do if you won the lottery?
How much does it cost to keep your local church open?
How should we calculate the value of an hour of a volunteer's time?
Part of my responsibility is always to be to find those topics that people want to talk about, but it's quite difficult because people find it awkward. One of which we all know at the moment is money. And people very often in church think that money's to do with the church wants your money rather than just let's just talk about money. So quite quickly began to say we'd had success with another pack of cards. Let's try that same idea around finance.
I've served as a director of a credit union for many years. And one of the difficulties that we have found in going to community groups is getting people to talk about both their experiences as individuals and also their knowledge and experience within their local communities.
One of the things that we felt was really important in the Black Country was to just create conversations, and that's one of the great things about this resource.
It's basically a series of cards, a bit like a card game.
Just enables people to start talking about money in a non-threatening, non-judgmental way and open up conversations.
Well, I just got caught up in this. The vicar of this church said, come along on this day and we'll be developing these cards. We discussed the questions, altered them, played around with them, helped categorise them. This was tested just in parishes with whoever wanted to have a go.
Sometimes when I preach, I have used the Jesus money cards as a way into the conversation with the congregation. I did prepare people ahead of time and gave them some thinking time and asked them if they wanted to choose a different card, because I recognise that some of the cards may make people feel uncomfortable.
How often do you worry about money?
What would a generous church look like?
The Stanley Trust exists for the Anglican churches in the West Bromwich Deanery. And when we first looked at the Jesus money cards, we could see the potential that it has to work within churches and community groups. And that's why it was a great pleasure for us to be able to say that we would provide 10 packs of Jesus money cards for each church in the deanery.
2 words: thought-provoking. I didn't really know what to expect from the session. I knew there'd be no right or wrong answers looking at the cards, but it really does get you thinking. It really does. And it's fascinating to hear everyone's views on each individual card. I'd be more than happy to run a session in church with these cards. I think they're really, really helpful.
One of the great things about Jesus Money is it creates conversations. And if we've got the patience to listen to those conversations, then we might be able to discern what sort of responses are really going to help people at the moment. So I'm looking forward in the time ahead to do a lot more listening to see how issues emerge and how we could be responding.